single day. I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Assalamualaikum and hello YouTube, my name is Nur Muhammad from NMWatch, and yes, I'm back with another watch review. So this time around we've got a Timex, right? So immediately when you see the box, you definitely know what's inside this box. But yeah, this is the ever popular the recently, I think it was released in 2019, a 40th anniversary of Timex, the qtimex, right? So let's check out what's inside the box. Oh, before that, let's do a quick wristwatch check. I am wearing my popular, maybe not popular anymore, so this is the Seiko Turtle Putty SRP A21. So I've had this since 2016, and I've paired it today with this very awesome and simple looking a denim strap from, I think I've got this from Shopee Malaysia, or was it from AliExpress, but I'm not sure. But the price was very cheap at about $3 or $4, and I think it looks awesome with this Seiko Party Turtle. Okay, so let's get back to the Timex in question. Alright, so that is this is the qtimex, a very popular $179 US watch that I think have been released, have been sold out 3 or 4 times already. So you can get this in Malaysia, in Shopee, not Shopee, in Lazada Malaysia, but for a premium it will cost you about $250. But yeah, I think we should be waiting a bit more for this to be for the price to be lowered. But yeah, it is what it is, right? So it has been causing quite a lot of stir in the watch community. When this watch was released, it was released for about $179. It became sold out, and some people in eBay are selling this for like what, $200 to $300 or even $500, which is big. That is total chaos in my opinion. So, but you should not really get this on that price. But for the price of US dollars 179, is it a good bargain? So anyway, so let's just go through the packaging first. So this is a very simple what is this, a card box maybe. So inside here it mentioned here Timex, a reissue 40 years in the making, first released in 1979, blah blah blah. So it is to commemorate the release when it was released in 1979. So inside here we see that we have a small Timex user information book over here. I don't really think we have, it came together with the some kind of manual instruction. So we say here, go to www.timex.com for the manual instruction. So that's about it, right? So of course this watch is borrowed. I borrowed this from a friend of mine, Mr. Ejal Baba Horology Maniac in Instagram, and I've borrowed from him a few times. So yeah, this is I think the 5th watch that I've borrowed from him. So let's put that packaging away. So let's talk about the watch. So the dimensions, right? So the dimensions for this particular piece is 38mm diameter from here to here, 45mm from lug to lug, and the thickness of just 11.5mm. So that is a very vintage style watch in my opinion. So you can see those and of course this is a quartz watch, so you can see it from that ticking second hands here. And we've got this what do you call this, GMT Master Pepsi bezel style. That is why I have my Seiko Party Turtle here, because I just want to, you know what, match it together with that with the Pepsi style of the Timex, right? So alright, so we have, what do we have? So we have a 316L stainless steel case with this stainless steel bezel, a non-ratcheting bezel. So this is just a friction bezel, but it is quite nice to use. Oh, I totally forgot about the weight. The weight of the piece on this supplied, it only came in this what do you call it? I'm not really sure what to call this, Jubilee or whatever, but still this is how it came. So it's about 75 grams on the bracelet. So let's see if I can focus over there. So that is about 75 grams on the bracelet, so it makes for a very nice wear on the wrist. Okay, so let's see how it looks on my 6.75 inch wrist. So for me, this is just the perfect size. So it does have that vintagey look to it. So yeah, that is an awesome piece. And people, maybe guys with, or girls with wrists as small as 6 inches wrist up to maybe around 7.5 inch wrist, you'll have no problem whatsoever in using this one. You can see that because of the bracelet, because of the short lug to lug distance, you can see that it confirms to my wrist really well. Okay, so that's it's on the size and how it fits on my wrist. Okay, so the thing that I like, or let's just go through the thing that I don't really like about this watch. Okay, so first up is the bracelet, right? So the bracelet, although it is a very beautiful bracelet to look at, but for me, this is just a hair puller, right? So this surface here, although it is smooth to the touch, but when you're using it, I have quite a hairy wrist here, so when I'm using it, it is a hair puller, so it somehow always like to pull my hair. So if you are a guy or a girl with less hair than me, yeah, maybe you can pull this off. So other than that, guys, this watch is perfect, right? For a reissue of a what do you call it, a historic piece, I think this is really nice. Oh, another thing that I don't really like is the price. If this thing comes at about 150 bucks, I think that is the sweet spot for this particular piece. So you know what, maybe Timex is, if taking advantage of the reissue of a vintage reissue trend that is popular right now. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it's a bit too steep in my opinion. Okay, so anyway, so the bracelet, although I love to look at it, but I hate when it tries to pull every hair on my wrist. Okay, so let's go through the case finishing. So the case finishing, we have a brush finishing here on the lugs, and we have a polished top here. So really nice changes in the look. So when you play around with the lights, so today I am using a natural light here at the window in my room. So you can see we have a polished surface here and a non-sign crown there. And I think nobody really mentioned about this blue ring under the bezel here, which makes for a very nice, very interesting look, right? So even if they put a red ring under there, it would be looking nice as well. But for me, blue is just nice. You can see that is maybe an ion plated plastic or metal. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to be taking it off because this is not my watch, as mentioned. And yeah, I think the case finish is really nice. And check out that unique look, right? So unique look of the case, I think that is uniquely Timex, right? So that's about the case, right? So the dial features a navy blue dial, so it's nothing like the much more bluer compared to the Seiko SKX009 for as example. So you can see that this is the blue on the Seiko Party Turtle, so it is almost the same hue, but this one has a bit of sunburst to it. This one is a matte or flat blue or flat navy blue, and yeah, I think it matches with the vintage vibe that this watch is going for. And somehow it matches this blue on the bezel, on this aluminum bezel. And yeah, I think that looks nice. And to complement the vintage style of the watch, you can see that the indices here is painted in, not in white, but a bit of cream color to it to give it much a very needed vintage vibe. And again, the same color palette, the same cream color is available on the hour hands and the minute hands. and on top of that we have this full red color second hand, which plays really nice with this red color of the bezel. Okay, so you can see that the bezel is a friction style bezel, so there's no click to it. So I think it kind of suck having a friction style bezel in these days and this day and age, but you know what, for that vintage look I think it complements it really well. And one more thing is, because this is a 12-hour bezel, so you can use it as a GMT watch. So if let's say now I am in Malaysia, it's 10 a.m. here in Malaysia, so if I want to track what time is it in London, so I just have to minus 8 hours, so that will be 1 2 3 4 5 7 and 8, like so. So I know that in London it is about 6:30 a.m. so yeah, that, or is it? I'm not really sure. But anyway, so I think I'm wrong there. So anyway, you can use this to track a second time zone, and yeah, so this is how it is, right? So of course we have a printing of qtimex on top there and a quartz printing down there, and we have a date window and date window here. So this is using a Seiko movement, quartz movement, and check out that ticking second hand. It aligns almost accurately with the minute hands, which is a very rare, if you can, very rare thing for a quartz watch. And yeah, I just love when it hits correct, it hits the minute marker correctly, right? So I can't hear any ticking sound of this second hand, which is very good. And of course the dome plastic or acrylic crystal completes the vintage looks. You can see that, oh my god, that acrylic crystal of maybe the height of it of maybe about 2 millimeters just complements it really nicely. So you can play around with this vintage look all day long. You can adore it. And when I first opened this one from the box, I was like, oh wow, so this is a very nice watch. I just wish it is a lot cheaper, maybe at around $150, right? So let's just pull out the crown. So you can adjust this crown to the first position, adjust only the second position, adjust the time, right? So, and this first position, okay, so let's just turn it. So this is to adjust the time, so you can see that it is a hacking second here, and the first position only adjusts the date. So how do you change the day then? So annoyingly, so you have to go round and round to change the day. Alright, so you can't, it doesn't really have that quick set for the day. So yeah, that's a bit annoying, but yeah, so it's just a quirky thing. It's just a minor quirk in my opinion. Okay, so at the back, so we have this battery hatch here. So if you want to change out the battery, so you can just search for the cell, which is this 377E cell. So you can use a coin to take off the battery. So I'm not going to be doing that because this is not my watch, right? So we have a 4 screws here, 1 2 3 4, and then there's a writing down here, that is the serial number, assembled in China, all stainless steel, water resistance of 50 meters, right? So that is another thing that you know what, in this day and age, I think 50 meters is a bit too low. Yet maybe Timex should have been giving this about 100 meters of water resistance at least. You know what? Yeah, that is what I think. Anyway, so in conclusion, is this a good buy? If you can get it at the official retail price of $175 or $179, I think it was, yeah, it's a bit too steep. But if you are into this style of this vintage style set, so yeah, definitely go for it. But if you find it like in Malaysia, it's gonna cost about $250, I think that's a bit too much for this particular piece. But yeah, a good piece or a good a vintage style piece. If you are into that into that at the moment, yeah, a good one. But yeah, the bracelet, although I really want to like it, it looks really nice on my wrist. Oh man, this bracelet is just a bit too much. I don't know, man. I don't really want to trim my hair, right? So it's not going to be looking too manly, but yeah. So that is the only letdown for me. And again, let's just give it a quick wrist swap. Let's just show it again on wrist. Oh, I totally forgot this. We have this adjusting system here, so where you can just slide in and out, and you just hook it like so, and boom. Oh, so you notice that I need to press twice to lock this thing, so please do remember, right? So first piece, first lock, first click, boom, and second click. So please do make sure when you are using this watch to click it properly, otherwise the watch will slip from your hands, right? So that is how it looks again on my 6.75 inch wrist. Okay, right, so what's next for this particular watch? So I will be doing a fashion show for this particular piece, but because of the lugless or this hooded lug design, it's not really that much can be done. Not really that many straps that can be swapped into this bracelet, but I will do my best. And yeah, if you guys like this type of videos, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more future video reviews such as this one, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, stay safe. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Okay guys, so I totally forgot to give you guys a good loom shot of this particular Timex. So this is how it looks after I've charged it with some light. So unfortunately, this is not I'm not really sure what the compound is used by Timex. So but this is what it is. So it is not that bright, and it definitely will not hold for a long time. Yeah, but yeah, this is how it looks in the dark. All right, so now we can end this video.